more brown.
Yeah. Well, honestly, belts are becoming less relevant. I think it's still pretty relevant in Korea, but I think it's becoming less relevant. It's like, are you diamond in like EUN or are you diamond in EU, you know? It's like big difference.
Touche. Or are you Diamond 4 in North America?
Yeah, the king of all
The worst
kings.
played. The
Nah, the
fucking
king
worst
of all
played.
kings. All gold in Korea. Ah! Alright, pathing to the Varus top makes sense. Am I sharing my screen? Hope I
Yeah,
am.
you are.
Okay. Sorry, I'd be not sharing the screen these days. Oh, oh, did you get snared? Oh yeah, you got snared, you could not. Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, still good. Wait, what? Okay, the lost vision of the bush, I guess. I feel like they could have won that easily. So Varus died for free, 100 to 0. New bots, literally. I haven't really decided. I'm thinking, like, this situation right here. I haven't really decided what's better, but still, there's two fine options, but one option is, yeah, you just keep AFK full clearing, use your ult one more time, and then base, like after you full clear. Another option
Mm.
is this option, which is, you base with your teammates, you open with your teammates, and then, yeah, you make a play with your teammates. So I'm not sure what's actually better right now. So I still have to figure that out.
Wouldn't that mostly be based on what you can buy?
Yeah, but oh yeah, true. I mean, obviously, I think what you bought's decent because I think tier two boots is it's like a mini spike, right? Just for like map movement purposes and like
Mhm.
skirmish purposes. Like Swifties is just really good. When I play Pantheon, the difference between Swifties and just magical footwear is like very big. the only mistake here is just not recognizing that center overstayed, right? So this place is gonna be dark for a long time. I mean, obviously you just saw the cleanup, but you just should know that that was your weak side, right? Because you guys dominated this side, they got first base. They definitely just take the left side of the map here first, and center on top of that, center overstayed.
Makes sense. They're not going to be around the fizz. Because he's just catching wave under tier 2.
Yeah. I like what you're doing here, but you just got to be ready. So you've chosen your side, right? You're choosing bot side as your side of the map with your center. So you just have to make sure when the wave meets, you're ready for anything to happen. Because mid, I mean, there's obviously nothing that's gonna happen mid. So it's way better to lean towards bot side here and take these two bushes and make sure that no one touches this wave.
I was fighting my demons here. I was thinking about it so much.
I think this goes back to this to something similar. It's like you I mean, alright, the center heralding and then going that way is just dumb. But what I was gonna say is like you gotta stay connected unless you know Varus for sure is like able to farm that wave. It's like Varus is either inting or you're inting, right? One of the two, because he's hitting tier 2 and you're right here. So like you have to decide in this moment when you're like attempting something. Well, you think of it as you're attempting something, but like your top lane is attempting something. It's like you're doing it as a collective, right? So like in that mindset as a collective, it's like either you're making a mistake or he is. So you have to like determine that because his line is right here. He's moving up this line of the map and you're like right here, right? So
Yep.
I mean, in my opinion, Varus is definitely should not be hitting tier 2. So like you definitely have to recognize and backping that. Yeah, I don't think it changes if you're standing next to it. Have you gotten the GA Edicon? I don't think I've gotten the GA Edicon once
I haven't seen it
since
in a
coming
hot
to
minute.
Korea. Literally haven't seen it since coming to Korea.
Yeah.
Once in
It's
all
because
my
the
games.
the recent change, I think, right? They like messed with the threshold again or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure Korea would amplify the fighting as well.
Even in I had a game where it was actually very slow, like a crazy, like a very anomaly, very weird game. It was very slow, and yeah, we still didn't get the GA one, so I don't
Hmm.
know. It's like flipped now. Like before, it was always GA. Well, not always, but like you could have a decently high kill game, it's still GA. Alright, so I think this is actually a good like takeaway, like the pattern here, right, to work on. Nick, it's basically you gotta make decisions as a collective. So, I mean, at this stage of the game, right? So the map's dark. You have one ward. These are some of the signs. You have Ari top, and then you have U bot. Like this is unless we're not contesting anything, this is unacceptable. If we are sorry, if we're not contesting anything, this is completely good. if we are contesting something, which is the mid and top wave, this is completely illegal, right? Like, we need to stay connected. So, honestly, you and Senna, if R is top, and Varus is not farming the next bot wave, like, Varus pushes bot, you do scuttle, you both should be moving over here. Because Varus is not continuing. Or Varus continues, and then Ari, like, comes mid, and then you guys play these two lanes. You get what I mean?
I get the idea of Ori going mid. I'm struggling to understand the value of being top side though if Ori's pushing top.
Because you want, because the main point is right now it's the value of camps is less than the value of space. Right now you have no space on the map except for maybe this bush and this bush, right? Because you've pushed this all the way in. These mid waves and top waves are neutral, right? So whoever gets the push is gonna have the space in the river, pretty much. But you have to contest to get the push. If they contest alone and their sub jungle is over here or here, you're gonna lose push in both lanes. Which means they get the space over here in your jungle, which means potential uneven number fight, right? So basically the idea is you're contesting space so you can have better fight conditions, right? Because League is pretty simple at the end of the day right now. It's all about winning fights, right? You set your team up to win fights, you just win the game. And then obviously you got to execute and win the fight, but right now that's the priority. You take space to create better angles for your team for any potential fights, right? So like right now you're exposing your top and mid, right? Because you're farming Gromp at the same time on the other side of the map. Top and mid want to contest the mid and top wave. I mean, we'll come back to this more if, because I mean, this was like the second example, right, of being disconnected. It was the same as like the Varus hitting tier 2, but then you're mid. So it's like one of the two is a problem.
Yeah, the Varus one made a lot of sense to me. I
Well,
understood that one.
yeah, this one's a similar. It's like he's Varus hitting tier 2 is the same as Ari like walking up and clearing this wave when they all know your bot side and they're all top side. It's the exact same thing. So either Ari's making a mistake or you guys are making a mistake. But I think you guys are making a mistake. That's the thing, not Ari. Because unless you're or Varus is making a mistake, right? Because you're not taking space anyway. You guys are just AFKing basically, and you're not doing anything with this wave push. So it's either Varus pushes out bot, Ari plays weak side, or you make Ari the strong side, right? But you need to establish like territory somewhere. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. So either Varus should have kept staying, you guys walk into the jungle, you don't do Gromp, and you get Varus to push one more wave, and then Ziggs to push the next, and then you take this territory right here, or you make Ari the strong side. So that's like another option. But the overarching goal, right, from all this is that you stay connected and then you're attempting to take space.
Gotcha. And then the sudden death is the immediate consequence.
Yeah, basically. But like Senna shouldn't really die in that position, I guess. He's like walking up
Yeah.
on the wave. He's walking very far up the wave when he's the support. He has a Ziggs, he could just EQ. And he also hasn't warded anywhere, he just walked past the bush and just was swept.
That was the like idea I had in my head when I was farming. I'm like, I have a Ziggs that's near turret, and then Ari can ult out. So I think that's why I was struggling with understanding the playing for space
Yeah,
concept.
yeah. So, basically, you're right, but then you're not doing anything. You're just like, what are you stalling for, right? Like your Gromp and Wolves aren't gonna make the difference in this game.
Yeah. Doesn't give
Um,
me Spirit Visage anyway.
yeah, yeah. I mean, even later down the line, right? Like, obviously, my argument can be a little bit flawed because it's like, well, it's just efficient, right? Like at level 17 or 18, that'll be the difference between third and fourth item, but it doesn't matter if you just lose 300 gold straight up from your team dying, and then potentially more, right, from just
Mhm.
domino effect. The thing is, even if you, like I said, even if your team can farm, you're not doing anything offensively to push the game forward or progress the game. So you're still just not gonna win the game regardless by just like making your team wait for you. Unless you're like the carry, I guess. But yeah, your role is not the carry anymore.
You'll see a rare case of me pinging.
Damn, why don't we have wards? Yeah, I mean the center just really doesn't want a ward. Like, like, oh, let's not ward the place where they're gonna come from, so we can see them, bro. This is your specialty. You can just start Baron so freely because of your sustain. Easy turns. Good job. This is weird. Ari's top. Alright, so Ari decide the base and then go top. Santa died. Well, the siege is good, right? Playing between the lanes, push him out. Like, you end up cleaning off on a best trying to solo Ari. Santa just dies randomly.
As long as I don't stick around, this is fine, isn't it? But then I try to save the Ziggs.
Mm, I think you guys should just like. I mean, it's even worse now, right? With Nexus towers respawning. I think ever dying for like turrets or inhib is just really bad because of like the Nexus tower change. Like you're giving them more and more opportunity to come back in the game basically. Like obviously it's close, right? It's not like they're that far behind, but like you're giving them more opportunity to it goes back to the same problem again with like the domino effect where it's like one person dies and then someone's just gonna get caught and then someone's gonna get caught. You're giving them the chance to start that thing again.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously, if you think this is free, do it. But I would I would be like very just very careful about whether or like conservative, yeah, whether you can
Mhm.
or not
So like if I even
siege.
slightly think I'm gonna die there, then just back out, not worth.
Yeah, remember you gotta make like you gotta start making your decisions as a collective. If you think Varus can't hit this turret and Ziggs can't hit this, you should just be backing off and back pinging and then switch sides. Or maybe if they ignore you, then obviously like there's something to learn, right? They're just a test experiment to see if they actually can do it or not. Like it's good, obviously. Like because the problem with being conservative is like maybe you don't know your limits as well. Like because you just get like you're just avoiding risk. But um yeah, I mean it's not that bad either way. They either don't listen to you, which you see if it actually works, and then they do listen to you. You all recall, Santa comes back on the map, and then you work for this tower, right? Or you work for the dragon fight. And you still have Baron, and you can still continue to siege and win a potential fight with Baron. Yeah, the main thing for this review is like, yeah, you gotta start, especially mid game, Nick. You gotta start making decisions like uh collectively, like everyone involved, not just like what should you be doing, what should everyone be doing.
The extending the fight here is the bad part, right? I didn't think about the
What do
Ambessa still being alive.
we have left? Yeah, they have too much kiting tools for sure. You don't have enough raw damage because they got healing and shield.
Yeah.
Oh, and she has like tenacity too. That blows. Wait, does tenacity work on suppression?
It is not.
Okay, yeah, I was like, never mind, that doesn't matter. It's just the fear, I guess. You see what I mean, right? When Zig shows bot, you cannot contest the neutral wave, and then they pushed out center, right? So even if they miss the engage, you're giving them a chance to win the game. Like, Ziggs might be like, oh, I have 300 gold for void stuff or some bullshit, right? And he does this. It's like the same example as with you on Gromp. But obviously it's much worse because he's showing, right? Like TP doesn't do anything when your team's dead in fucking 2 seconds. Yeah, that one you just have to give Baron. I mean, that's an obvious review point, but yeah. I just want to just keep reiterating the same thing because it's pretty much it's the same, it's not the same problem, but different problems, but the same solution, right? All coming down to like just getting your team coordinated. Make sure everyone's on the same page doing the same thing. You're all connected. I mean, the fight's already over. Fierce flank and then Ziggs combo, get comboed. And the Santa's just refused. Oh, he didn't. I mean, Santa's just had terrible wards this whole game. You probably had to like influence